TheHabibiGang, running up the chat, make the place go bang. No ghost.
What's up, Habibi Gang? Today is a little bit of a special day because today we are going to launch a new baby journey into the world of Mr. Ren, an amazing artist. Now, it's not fair to start this or go through the series of songs that he has because he's got a bunch without starting from the one that pretty much started it all. This song put him on a global scale. So this is obviously Hi Ren. I've seen it. I know the song. She had seen it when it was released because when I watched it, I showed it to her. This was back when it was released, a couple of years back. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm very familiar with the song. I'm not exactly sure how much you remember of it though.
So we're going to revisit it and see
So
how.
it's a review more than just a reaction.
Yes.
Do you remember the song?
I kind of do, yes, but
Okay.
I don't really remember the video that much.
Let's go there. He's an amazing artist. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think
I
that
like the
those
voice
doctors are really
shift.
the guy-
I like the voice shifts.
Yeah.
I forgot about the voice shifts.
That is the whole point of the song in a sense. This struggle.
It's like a MPD, right? Multiple personality.
Kind of, yes. Kind of.
Because do you know the story behind this song?
Mm.
So he was actually ill.
Yeah.
He believed that he was different from the very beginning. Thought there was something wrong with him. For years and years he struggled.
Yeah. No, he
Just
was
be-
actually ill.
Mm.
He was actually ill.
So I think that's when he wrote this song.
This actually post-recovery.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm. You will come to know also because he talks about it.
Back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah,
So you follow the 10 steps and everything is going to be all right, dumb boy. Like just follow these, take these pills, listen to the white noise, follow the steps that you need to follow just in
For
order
recovery,
for whatever,
yeah.
like whatever is
Whatever
needed to be done.
Yeah, follow what your therapist says and then
Yeah,
you'll
the
be
traditional
Yeah.
Steps into
white
getting
noise.
better.
Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you
You gotta
wanna kill
kill
me.
me.
I'm not left over rapping, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren?
Wow. Like that what he said is so real because where's your Grammy? Where's your interview with Oprah? That is when you have those, that's what makes you famous. But if you don't have those, who are you? It doesn't matter who you.
But
It's
that is, it's like that is the social equivalent of success. That's the social view of success. That is the side of you that tells you you are nothing if you haven't achieved these quotas, if you haven't achieved the ABC, the 1, 2, 3. You know, your typical interviews, your big hit, your radio smash. If you don't do this, then what kind of an artist do you think you are? It's
exactly.
like
It's like your
diminishes what you
accolades.
are.
But converted to today's times, it's like if you don't, where are your views? Where are your likes? Where are your followers? It's
No, but
the
it isn't today's
equivalent,
time.
right?
It's like he's saying, where are you in the sea of these people? Like, where do you think you're nothing? Basically, it's not really multiple personality as much as it's the demon side
Yeah.
speaking to the struggling good side.
You know,
This is your inner demon.
the song is pretty catchy. It's pretty nice. You bob your head, you move around. But when you actually focus on the lyrics, it's dark. It
not.
punches. The lyrics really
Of
punch
course
you.
it does. Yeah, of course it does. It's not even meant to be catchy or look how dark the fucking video is. It's literally about
And
your inner demons.
and when you know for a fact that this is him, this is his story, this was his struggle, it makes it all the more real and sad.
Top 10 hit. Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never change.
Why was he saying nowhere with a tongue outside?
That's how he says it.
Your Grammys, Ren?
That's how he says it.
Yeah, but my
Ren, I love you. It's just a stupid comment on my side, but Ren,
music's not commercial like that. I never
come to
chase
Dubai.
numbers,
We'll come and see you.
statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio. They never even play me. So why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me, that's
I
enough
do.
because this life's been tough. So it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal? Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man. You're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original. You criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
I can't fucking. I cannot not acknowledge the flow here. Forget what he's talking about for the time being, because what he's talking about, that's what I really. That's not me. That's what everybody gravitated towards him, is that he comes off as a genuine person and he speaks his truth even when he's being cheeky. It's him. He's just being himself. He is so fucking creative with his music videos. When you get to see, I've seen a bunch of these now. We will potentially go through a couple of them, depending on how this goes also, and how, in fact, I don't think even for this specifically, we will really care how well the video, I hope it does well, because it means somebody else is joining us and watching along with us. But even if it doesn't, we will go through, because it is really worth it. This guy is amazing.
I think this is the only song I know by him.
I
could be wrong though, but this is the only
so.
song I know by him.
I think so, because it really blew on the. But then again, like, he raps and he plays the guitars and he's an amazing singer. And if you see him singing, he actually has a band also. He had, yeah, I mean, he does it. He used to play on the streets and stuff with another band. He is an amazing vocalist, where here you don't really hear it much. It's mostly just gentle singing and plus some rapping here and there.
Ran, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells sushi.
No,
The
wait.
pinnacle did
Let's
it.
go to this
Played
one.
on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ran, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you. I don't need you. I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself. I'm a genius. And I will be great. And I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right. Speak your truth. Your fucking God complex leaks out of you.
And see, when the demon side speaks, there is always the light will flicker.
Oh, I didn't even notice
Yeah,
that.
look at this.
Cause I'm fine by myself. I'm a
He's looking to his right,
Yeah.
which is the good side.
genius, and I will be great,
Or
and
his
I will
true
make
side.
waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, you fucking God complex.
But you know what? You said his true side.
Both are his.
Both are his sides, and you don't know which one is true, or he is divided between both the sides, because that's what this fight really is. It's like he's telling the
Okay.
he's telling the good one.
It's
Let's say
no,
good
it's
one.
not a good band.
I know it's not good versus bad. I know that, but just for argument's sake, let's say the good side, right? So he's telling the good side, you don't mean that. That's not what you want. I know what you want. You are not listening to me. I know what you
And
want.
he
You
said
have to keep me. And if you die, I die. I am with you throughout.
Yeah, but
You
he said
can't
it.
get
You and
rid
me
of
are
me.
one.
You and me are one.
So basically, it's again, it is not really a personality. That's what I was saying. It's not multiple personality, because multiple personality
Yeah, I think
will
that
be
was
like,
wrong.
yeah. So it isn't multiple personality.
It's like a fight between
Your inner
him
demons.
and in your inner demon.
Because
That's the best way.
everyone has an inner demon, right? You struggle with that every single time you go outside. You might have your own insecurities. That's your inner demon says you don't look good enough. You don't sound good enough. Who the fuck is gonna watch your YouTube videos? How many times was that holding us back from even just attempting and trying YouTube, right?
Years.
For the longest time, we were like, who the heck?
It's
Or conscious about your fucking accent when we like that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
myself. Conscious about my accent when I'm speaking. I was like, I'm gonna put this in public and get blah 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 blah. It's all blah blah blah, right? And then you have to say, you know what? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but sometimes that demon wins and sometimes it doesn't win. If I have to put it in simple terms, right? About me, you know it. Like it's my inner fight to have chocolate, right? And it's a constant struggle with me. And I'm like, maybe I'll just have a piece. Like, no, you can't. Maybe I'll just have a piece. It's fine. I'm really putting it in a very
Simplifying
I'm
it.
simplifying it for my understanding. But you know what it's like that constant fight. It's like, when you go, okay,
See,
to
in
make
terms
it a
of
bit
battle,
more
in terms
darker.
of battle, yes.
To make it a bit more serious and darker, right? It's like when you go into rehab, right? Rehab is recovery for whatever you're dealing with. You go into rehab, it never leaves you. Yeah, you go into rehab not to be cured, but you go into rehab to learn how to control it, to learn how to fight your demons, right? And then you come out of it stronger, and then you know how to
Hopefully.
and then you know how to deal with it. Somewhere down the line you fall off the wagon. That's fine. So you go back into rehab again. But what I'm trying to say is it still never leaves you. It is that struggle for the rest of your life. It is there with you. And I think that's what he's talking about.
Not exactly. It's like the battle, yes. In terms of a battle between two things within you, yes. But here it's more of it's not your weakness. It is your inner biggest critic that's telling you you're not good enough. That voice. That's it for him more than anything else. It isn't his weaknesses, because what you're talking about is the weaknesses versus your strength, right? Which is again two sides of you. Him in this verse and this song specifically, it's more of the one that's criticizing. It's the side of you that keeps finding the holes, the side of you that keeps finding your weaknesses and pointing it out for you to say, you basically you're not good enough. Who the fuck do you think you are to go and do ABC?
Like what he just said over here about his music. Like, I'm just doing, my music is different. I'm just doing this music just for myself, right?
And the
to
people
keep
who
me
find
happy.
it connect to
and
it.
and find it, connect to it. But the demon side is saying that no, you're bullshitting yourself. That's not what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're-
where is your
you're gonna-
success?
Yeah, where's your success? You're doing it to be famous. Admit it.
Yeah, and you're trying to be self-righteous and all that thing. So that is the biggest critic inside of you. So the fight between what's truly you versus what is actually fighting you and giving you these negative thoughts that hold you back from doing whatever. And by the way, we're burning it because he talks about it. So it's not a bad thing that we're discussing it, but it's almost cheating because I know what he's gonna say. And I think you don't, or forgotten.
I have forgotten.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it is like you will hear
Like
it from
I know the gist of
Yes,
it,
of
but I
course.
have forgotten.
No, keep in mind also this is a song that is open for interpretation, so it doesn't mean what you're saying is wrong. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that I sound like I'm cheating because I'm aware of his truth that he says it here. It doesn't mean that what you're saying is a wrong interpretation. That is what you got of it, huh?
Yep.
We'll make waves and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, you fucking God complex.
The flicker.
Out of you. It's refreshing
God
fast
complex.
for you, say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it, who are you to down my music? Cause I call the shots I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason.
Snake of Eden, that's demon.
Temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the
The
reason
devil.
for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me, I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Goosebumps, goosebumps.
Wow. I have forgotten how good this is.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm.
See how he is
So this is a
crippled.
positive. This
He-
is
yeah. Basically, it's because it's like he went to the deepest depth of it right now, where the devil was talking. Right, it took over. The whole song shifted into the dynamic of the song shifted. Basically, if it had a distortion sound, it will be a heavy breakdown. But it was done in an acoustic classic sound. Keep in mind, he is on a wheelchair, and right now it's like it went more somber, and it's like, to hell with everything. This is now what I am. I'm gonna take care of this. So,
it's like after darkness there's always light. After
Yeah, but-
sunset there's always sunrise. That's what
yeah, I don't want to say too
don't,
much.
don't,
I don't
don't.
want to say too much. That's exactly what I'm saying. Just keep in mind what I just said and how the light also changed. And
Just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm.
And
I was made
pay attention to his
be
voice.
and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet.
And he stands up.
You know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
when you loosen the noose, did you hear that?
yeah.
That is hope.
Some people know me as hope.
When you were about to take your own life, the noose, you've tied it up, and when you loosen it up, that's what people call me at. Like that's at that. Literally, he is the embodiment of these two. So he's not just Ren.
Mm.
He's the embodiment of hope versus probably despair.
Mm.
Some people know me as the voice
He
that
finally
you hear
stood
when
up.
You loosen the
Huh?
He finally stood up.
Yeah.
That was
And
a
he's not
sign. That
supposed
was
to
a
be able
gesture
to.
as well. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
yeah.
That's the hope.
People know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
No interruptions.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims. And there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older. And I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Like, what do you say after that? And I have heard the song before. Clearly, I've seen the song before. I almost remember verbatim what he says towards the end. But still, what do you say?
Get emotional.
Of course, every single time. And it's not like I'm hearing it frequently, but like I've heard it multiple times. How can you not get emotional? Every one of us deals with something or the other. This isn't the place for us to disclose anything, but I'm just saying everybody deals with something or the other.
Yep.
And we all have something going on, right?
We have our own demons we are fighting every day.
Every single happiest person has some demon inside of him pulling him down, exists almost exclusively to pull you down and to make sure you don't reach where your potential is. That's it. You don't reach your potential because that fucking demon isn't meant inside of you to tell you, hey, listen, go commit the crime and kill someone, and not that kind of a demonic behavior. No, it is to make sure that every single time you are about to realize your potential, this demon inside of you shows you all your faults and exposes every single weakness inside of you and reminds you of it constantly. That is the whole rigidness part that he's talking about. The more you are in denial of it, the more you say, I'm not like that.
Or the more you fight it and you don't accept it.
If you are in denial, you're not ignoring it, but the more you are in denial about it, and the more you are rigid about it by saying, I'm not like that. the more becomes difficult because it's like,
Yep.
so when you understand what's going on and you understand that this part of you is literally a part of you, just like your sadness is part of who your emotions, anger is part of your emotions, happiness is part, all of them are important to exist and coexist. And if you don't experience them in full, then you are missing out on the experience of being a goddamn human being. If you don't live this one to the fullest, then you are missing out.
Yep. That's
So
what he said. We're all human beings at the end of the day, whether we fall or we stand up after the fall or we fall back again, we're still all human beings. And it's a constant struggle. And we need to remember that there's always going to be sunshine after your darkest times.
even if you don't remember that part, you have to acknowledge and understand that part of being human, part of this experiment or experience, is that you have faults, that you are flawed of a creature. You are flawed, which means psychologically you might be flawed, physically you might be flawed, meaning you have your own psychological or personal physical flaws.
But for
Accept that and understand it is just part of you.
and for him to come right out and say that, that's respect.
It's not just respect, but it's also over and above that.
It's admitting
therapy.
and yeah, it is.
To him, and more importantly, I feel it is therapy to everybody who listens to it and goes through that. That's why there is another song of his, which was, I think it was his biggest first hit, Thick Boy. That has a long story, which I'll explain to you offline what happened to it. And it's an extremely important song to him that is talking about his struggle. Like it's called Sick Boy. It's a nice sounding song as well, but it went into some bullshit of a legal battle here and there and blah blah. Blah. He was forced to take it down, and he was very emotional about it because when he spoke of that situation, which happened I think last year, he said that the thing that hurts him the most of taking it down isn't the money, the profit that it's making, blah blah blah, which is still his right, but the fact that he received tons of messages from people connecting with it and saying that that message helped them go through what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because it explains to you that, hey, listen, what you're going through is okay. You're all right. We have gone through it, and look, I've survived it. You will. Beautiful song, beautiful artist, beautiful
Very.
human. So
Yes.
I declare a journey for Ren. It is absolutely worthy. He is worthy. He is an amazing artist that I think it isn't just interesting to go through, but it is almost a must. When you have such genuine art, genuine artist, you have to
You
experience this.
not just have to, you want to.
Yeah, but it's over the need and want.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like a mandatory thing. Like when there is an art that is so good and pure put out, it is not fair not to experience it. You
Yeah.
have to experience it. It is part of the reasons why we are going through Nightwish, for example, because that kind of art, it's not fair not to consume. Baby metal, we have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That kind of an art, unique art, it is not fair not to enjoy.
This is a league of its own. This is absolutely different.
Yeah, and we are definitely diving in again and again and again. If somebody has a recommendation, please do let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you liked this song, if
By
you love
liking it.
this song. Yeah. And recommend maybe another song by him that we don't know.
I know which song we're doing next.
Okay.
It is the Tales of Jenny and Screech. Tales of Jenny and Screech.
Okay.
It is unbelievable of a story. I've heard it once. You've heard it 0 times.
Yes.
And going through it will be very interesting. It
Okay.
is amazing story. It's actually 3 songs, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 that he put them out in a single one, and they connect in an amazing way.
Okay, let's do
If
that
anybody
then.
has different suggestions, also please do let us know.
If you have stayed till the end to listen to us, THG, and like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Check us out on Patreon if you would like and care to. Links are down in the description. I don't think this video will be chopped or edited by any means, because Ren is a very good supporter of reaction channels and his music is always open for that. So that's a big salute to the big dog. Thank you all. See you in the next one.